Welcome back to the review section of Unit 3, saying no to independence. I love saying that. Sorry for my bad French accent. All right, just to give you a summary, this is about an island called New Caledonia that is still a French colony. They have recently voted again to, become independent. But strangely enough, many eligible voters, even the local Kanak people, voted to remain part of France.
Eligible.
Eligible. That surprised people because they really thought that the more indigenous group of people would prefer to become independent. If we look at the population of New Caledonia, there are many people who have pure French ancestry, but the majority are from the Kanak indigenous group.
Ancestry.
Ancestry. What are the pros and cons of a country having overseas territory?
Well, morally, what would be a pro? Because in a way, it is a very colonial aspect of maintaining control of people, of a land that's not of the mainland. But one pro would be, legal access and rights to the resources. Obviously, the EEZ kind of idea around the island, which I think is why a lot of kind of the Pacific islands, some of them are still under U.S. territory laws. One specific that a lot of Koreans love visiting is Guam and Saipan. That is considered a U.S. territory along with Puerto Rico. And they actually are U.S. citizens. They get a U.S. passport. However, they are not eligible to vote.
I did not know that.
No, they are U.S. citizens, but they cannot vote. And that's a tragedy. That's a huge con, I would say.
Do they have any autonomy?
No, they function similar to a state, but they're not a state.
Okay.
Zero autonomy. So
that would be a con for them, obviously.
And there's been a push gradually to make them a state, to have statehood, but that would require representation in our legislature. Getting very political about that.
But it is a political thing also.
Gradually.
Gradually.
And I know some Guamanians, these are people who are indigenous and they, family from Guam. So some of them want to be autonomous.
For me personally, I feel there's a lot more cons. Talking about indigenous people, cultures are lost, languages are lost. I think there's definitely more negative points than anything good for the local people.
Oh, absolutely,
All right, but on that unhappy note,
unfortunate,
that's the end of this unit, and please join us again next time.